I might as well just play through a run. Oh wait. Before I start, I need to do something silly, because I run on a laptop, and laptops are not the best things to use for PC gaming, so I'm going to take the application and set that priority to high, just so it prioritizes the game and doesn't slow down artificially or something. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. So X7 is between X6 and X8, I think. And the first thing you got is this character called Axel, who is part of a vigilante group called Red Alert. Nice movement there. And he's escaping because he doesn't want to be part of these activities. He has a soul too, you know, despite being what is essentially a beta version of the new generation of robot, where you can copy things that are roughly your size because convenience. We don't want you to turn into a giant elephant. No, we just want you to be roughly the same size, easy to program. And so he has something called A-Trans, or copy shot, which is useful, people are saying, for things. Realm, thank you for the host. Let me just see where I am. And so Mega Man X7 is a little bit interesting in terms of controls. Everything you can shoot on is locked on. So you can switch between lock-ons by pressing a certain button that's set in the control scheme, and then from there you can cycle between which ones are on screen. And so I can just face left or right there to shoot one of the two, and then swap between just 2 instead of 4. Thank you, Realm. I know you hate this game, but it's okay. Smile. I keep on saying smile like I'm actually the Twitch smile emoji, but it's just a thing I do. I blame Sam for that fully. I blame Lemurs for that, like, immediately. I know exactly what they say and how they act. God. So yeah, the cutscenes here are faster in Japanese because the text scrolls rather than... Like, in Sonic 06, there is no advantage, regardless of the language you choose, because text boxes don't scroll in that game. They're just text boxes. And every language has the same number for some reason. Anyways, we're playing as Zero. He has a saber and a double jump, as he does in most games. He also can do this. Not bad. That's called a crouch dash slash, or crouch cancel slash? What the fuck do we call it? Dash slash canceling, crouch slash canceling. So CSC? It's only used in the intro stage, but basically, unlike the PSX games, where you can dash and then cancel your slash, in X7 you can press crouch, which is down in 2D sections, and only in 2D sections. So I'm pressing down and then the slash button in rhythm, like so. You can do dash slash canceling in this game, but it's a little bit funkier. I also do slash jumps to extend my forward distance a little bit every time I jump. I do a dash jump. This is a dash slash cancel because there's no other way to go against this boss other than doing it normally. Not bad. You can use the invisible wall there to prevent yourself. You can also use the D-pad to move in 3D sections, and so to make myself a little bit more stable, I tend to use the D-pad there. I mean, the world record holder in this category, and pretty much all the other X7 categories, as well as second place in this category, both use keyboard for a partially 3D game, a 2.5D game, if you will. There is full 3D control, and they use a keyboard. I don't know how, I can't do it. So I don't. I use a Switch Pro controller, as you can see. Fun fact about the voice actors. You hear that there? You hear Axel there? Do you want to guess what character that voice actress also voices in Japanese? They are in Smash. I'll give you that. So it's a Smash character. A Smash character... I don't want to give any the other details unless you need a hint. If you hear the voices in Japanese, you'd know immediately. It's not Sonic, no. No. Character was introduced in Brawl. I can give that. Not Lucas, nope. Not Lucas. Character with a lot of personality, actually. A lot of personality. Yeah, Bat's got it. Bat's done it. It's the Japanese voice of Pit. Oh, he fucking jumped. I might fucking die here. I might die because I was so distracted by Pit. Ah, thank God I didn't die. Yeah, it's Pit. And once you hear the Japanese voices of these characters, you're like, oh, totally. It's the same people. Yeah, Pit was introduced in Brawl. Pit was introduced in Brawl. Pretty sure. I'm still going to be maybe ahead. So every time you finish the stage, you have to select return to stage select, and then it defaults to no, which means you need to press up. You need to press up. Which sucks. Oh, I realize... Oh, I haven't fixed the font here. That's fine. No, they're the same voice actress, though. You can tell. As soon as you hear Pit's Japanese voice... It's hard to believe, isn't it? That, because it's like... The thing is, though, Sonic is a really particular example of how game localization was, like, hyper-localized. Because there's literally two different designs of Sonic for the classic era. One that was used in American promotions, and one that was used in Japanese ones. They're, like, completely different. Art styles and depictions and everything. Also, this is saying that, hey, you can create a team of 2 people, so I hope you can select 2 of 2 characters right now. Hit OK when you're ready. Thank you, Arya. It's not the same it's the Japanese one. Not the... Isn't that the voice actress for Bubsy? If I'm correctly, Lani Manila, I think, is Bubsy's voice actress. And so Pit is voiced by Bubsy in English for the first game. Not Uprising and Onward, but the first time that Pit ever got a voice, I think it was Bubsy, which is kind of hard to believe. Anyways, there's these Reploids that we can save. They say help. We need to select some of them. We don't want all of them. They have certain drops, and they're definite each time. Would you believe me, Boot, if I said that this boss is more annoying in Japanese? Like, the voice is more annoying in Japanese. It's like one of the ones where I can definitely say it's more annoying. We're gonna switch to Axel here, get hit. I'll explain why in a little bit. And we're gonna go into this ride armor. This is the... I forget, it's the red one that looks like a spider, so I'm gonna call it the red one. Collect Mitchell here, I think, or Michael, and then Al. Drill into this, and there you go. We're going to keep this throughout the stage because we want to change how one of the ride armors will spawn in the last room. So I need to make sure I don't lose this vehicle. Once I'm here, I can do this. There we go, 1 cycle. And then I need to drill into these next 3. Oh, come on. Oh. Okay, good. Stand here, and then you'll get through the door. The reason why we need to keep the spider armor throughout all this is because it will change the ride armor that spawns in this final area. The ride armor that will spawn here will be the blue ride armor. We have very creative names for this, I promise. And so I'm going to use... Oh, at 2? Oh, that's some good luck right there. We need to destroy almost all of these, and then before we do so, though, we want to make sure we swap vehicles. It's very easy to get lost in these because it's confusing. But you want to aim, you want to do a dash attack forward where they're going to appear, not where they actually start when you see them, because they go around you in a set circle. If they spawn near you, even better. So 5, 4, 3. I think I can start to switch. Go to the blue one, and I need to use a special attack and dash, which is the up but like the the upward space button. I forget, Nintendo has really weird button terminology. That was excellent, actually. So you need to use the special attack, which is X. X on Switch Pro, but I honestly always call it Y because 360. Oh god. I'm just gonna let it play. It's somehow more annoying. We haven't gotten to the best part yet. We'll wait until he gets triangle kicking on us. So now we have this vehicle here. It's going to make this a little bit easy. And then we're going to stand here, and I'm going to wail on him. I got an RNG manip. That's the one I hate. Triangle kick sucks in Japanese. This was a really good Vanishing Gunguru, by the way. This is going to gold. I'm pretty sure it will, looking at that time. I just have to not mess up my menuing here, and then it will gold, I think. So now we get Explosion, or Grenade Launcher, G Launcher. So Axel both gets a... Oh my god, 337? Okay. Axel gets both a gun and a special weapon from the bosses that he defeats. And so what we get here is Grenade G Launcher, which is more powerful than his base shot. And we get the Explosion, which is the special weapon. It's actually... what's it? It's really powerful. It does a lot of damage per shot. I don't know how to explain it. I'm bad at explaining things like this. It repeatedly damages enemies within its range, and so it does a lot of damage for that. We're now gonna upgrade Axel's speed twice. Oh, this is so close to a gold. And now I need to hit yes, not no. Same here. Barely not a gold, but still very good. That was a really good Vanishing Gunguru. Next up is Rydborski. We do this because we don't want Axel to be going through any stages without the Hyperdash from here on. So this is a very odd stage. It uses the Ride Chaser, and it's basically like F-Zero, but bad. So we have Rydborski here. I prefer Rydborski's English voice a lot. There's something charmingly bad about the English voices, but the English text is just significantly slower, like 2 minutes, and so it's not worth it. So I'm going to try to hold forward as much as possible and slow down whenever I can. I'm going to try to pick up certain Reploids. Some have weapon energy that they give, like that one, which is useful because I need to get enough weapon energy to get Axel to where I want. I'm going to leave that one behind and come back for it. I guess that one as well. That's fine. I just need to leave some behind because I'm going to go around to get the weapon tank and someone else, and another Reploid. One of those Reploids has the CDs. There are 2 CDs per stage, and we're going to get a total of 7 of them. Stick around, get Sam here. Sam here has weapon energy. Tanaka is coming up here to our right. I want to make sure I take this slow, because Tanaka will respawn when you load in there for some reason, and that means you can overshoot him. There's no way to go back, by the way. There's no reverse in this at all, so you just go. Yeah, you go. So I'm gonna get the weapon tank over here. I'm also gonna get this one, and I'll get the remaining 2 targets. Yeah, okay. Those are bombs, by the way. The best way to defuse a bomb is to drive right over it. And now we have Rydborski. You punk, you punk, you punk! It can be slow, but it's fun. I could hold accelerate the entire time, but that's not a good idea. That's like not a good idea. It's really not a good idea. Trust, there is a way to do that with holding accelerate the entire time. Don't. So this is Explosion. Oh. Oh, I got punked. Is he gonna stop somewhere? Just wail on him. I got... Ugh. This boss is annoying because it's dependent upon the cycles, just the boss pattern you get. There are numerous things that Rydborski can do. The first thing you're going to do is use Explosion, because Explosion, as you can see, does a lot of damage really quickly, does not get him into his second phase, though. I know. I don't think X7 is that bad a game, though. I'm still firm on that. X7 is a pretty decent game for what it is. It's not perfect. I will never say that. But it's fine. I have fun with it. I'm not going to have fun with this next part, though, so don't worry. I will have pain. So you can see we get certain Reploids to either improve the weapon energy of certain characters or to get chips here. Or CDs, sorry. So I'm going to go down to speed, and now Axel's Hyperdash. That means his dash speed is faster, which is what we want to do the next stage and just for movement in general. And then we're going to give Zero a special. We're going to get that completely filled because we want... Effectively, the way that I'm routing this, Zero is our tank, and Axel is our speedy character. And we use them and only them. We don't actually play as X in the entire time we do this category. And onion time. It's onion time, baby. I mean, the load times were longer on the original PS2 release. This is an improved version that has HD upscaling, and it accesses the version of the game that's just better to play. The US release on PS2 is not fun. Anyways, we have Hyperdash now, so we are slightly faster in our dash. I know it doesn't look like much, but trust me, it's faster. It means we're able to get to certain Reploids here before they would die because of this crab thing. So I'm gonna get this one. The second one there. I forget the name because, confusingly, the name on the Japanese and English names, they sometimes overlap. Like, the English name given to one of those is like Lily, but it's not the same one as Lily in the Japanese release. They're different Lilies. Ah, so glad I avoided that. Okay, so this is the most random part of the run. This mini-boss here is completely up to whether or not you can defeat it within one cycle. It can go into its shell and do the spinning attack, that takes 20 seconds. And so it's a massive time difference in the run. Let's see what we get. Yo, good. Okay. That's not easy. Although it's completely random, it's not easy. So there's certain things I can do as Axel to defend myself from things while still attacking. Doing rolling and then holding the shoot button will actually continually shoot on a target you're locked on, as well as making you invincible. So doing rolls there is really good. Okay, here. Get Keiko, and then we're just gonna go up this section by failing to go up. Bats! Bats! Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. There we go. Switch to Axel once you're up here, because Axel can't double jump. That basically skips the entirety of the platforming section, because there are holes in the floor. And you can just double jump up them. You can skip having to go around. That was a little bit bad, but anyways, oh yeah. Pure I love Tunyon in both versions. Gandasu. Anyways, I mentioned rolling. We're gonna do a bunch of that at the beginning here. We're just gonna roll around while he, yeah. He has, like, onion peels, and you can shoot at them to make them disappear, which is what I'm trying to do. And then once he goes into the center, switch to, explosion, use it twice. Damn it. Okay, I didn't miss. This isn't good. Oh my god, this is just as bad. Whatever. It's Tunyon. You want to get explosion twice and hope that'll be enough to defeat it, but if you don't, it might lead into the desperation attack animation and lose you more time, and if you get hit on the arm, you constantly take falling damage, and that sucks. Honestly. But, Tunyon, This is a Z-Rust. I'm fine. I'll do another run after this, but... X7 is pretty simple when it comes to speed games, though. It's pretty straightforward once you know what to do. Just do it, but fast. There isn't really much tech or anything, but it's still fun. I find it fun. And there's some combat, obviously. But, like, compared to, like, 06, there's, like, not much in terms of, like, glitches or anything. There isn't really any glitches in X7. There is some interesting tech, though, we're gonna get into next. My next one is... Who's my next one? Is it Falco? I think it's Falco. I think we're going to Falco next. Yeah, okay, it's Falco. Got it. Okay, so Falco here. I say this all the time, but legitimately, I call this... This is just Falco. The entire personality is just Falco. This is an interesting stage. You're gonna be on a bunch of airplanes at first, and these airplanes don't abide by the laws of physics. So, there are 3 different types of airplane. Wow, it's Rivali. I mean Falco. I mean Win Crowring. Okay, so there are 3 different types of planes. Blue, green, and red. Green will go into 2 set positions on a cycle. Red will move. You do not want to walk while on red planes. If you're on the red plane and try to walk, Godspeed, because you're not going to stay on. It's very strange. It wants to cling on, like, a lot. So when I get onto a red plane like this, I'm not going to walk at all. Okay, I'm going to switch to Tornado Tunyon. Tornado Tunyon's weapon is actually one of the more useful ones in the game. Not just for Axel, but for Zero as well. Raijin Show, I think, is Zero's technique. Raijin Show is super useful because it doesn't actually take any ammunition, and it's this move that does high damage per pixel, or I don't know it has a high damage rate. Because it's just a tornado that activates wherever you use it, and will stay in place. As you can see here with Axel, it's a little bit different. It will stay in place for a little bit, and then it will move over. It'll, like, shoot forward. Bird. Good, okay. It's super useful, because it just has a high rate of damage. And as Zero, it doesn't take any ammunition. You actually can use it as much as you'd like. You can just dash and do the special attack, and it will do that for you. We'll see that later. There is a little bit of a movement-based thing here. So I should be mentioning I'm dash jumping everywhere. That's the fastest way to move around. So that's just pressing dash and then jumping after. You want to time some of them so that you can cut around corners like that a little bit tighter. I'm going to switch to my regular shot here because I do not want this enemy to die. There we go. So there's a really weird thing when it comes to dashing against walls as Axel. If you dash into a wall in X7 and then let go of the wall, when you air dash again, air dashing normally kills your momentum, like, in its tracks. It, like, will go forward and then stop. It'll be like... But if you dash into a wall and then let go, like, fall back, and then air dash again, you'll air dash and then you'll have normal falling momentum forward. Which means you can skip a little bit of platforming there. It is one of the neater things in this run, and yeah, that's it. Okay. Let's do some rolling here to kill Falco. I'm going to switch to Explosion. I have 2 of them now. Okay, good. This is his halfway point. He's going to then go attack me again. Hopefully this doesn't mean he respawns immediately. Very good, Crowang. There we go. That's exactly what you want. Yeah, very solid Crowang. This has been a pretty decent run so far, despite my lack of practice, but the hardest is yet to come, so I shouldn't say anything. Okay, this isn't a very useful weapon. It exists. Don't worry about it. That's all I can say. We don't really use it unless it's a backup in one particular boss. Gold, baby. May have split like a little bit early, but it's fine. Okay, so next up is Soldier Stone Kong. Soldier Stone Kong is one of the harder stages in the run, I'd argue. This is the last stage we're going to get Reploids in. We are going to get our 7th chip here, and then we want to not get Reploids so that the results screen doesn't appear at the end of each act. Yeah, I'm already taking a lot of damage. You can roll as well to avoid damage in certain spots. I'm going to switch to Tornado Tunyon's weapon. Use it on the rocks like this to destroy them. Do that again. I'm also crouching to like stop myself in my tracks, so I don't actually get more damage. I need to switch to 0 here at one point in order to get past a certain obstacle. Here. I avoided both those. Nice. That's good. Switch back to my normal weapon because certain weapons you get from bosses give you an additional type of gun. And while Tunyon's special weapon is super good, Tunyon's regular weapon sucks. Like, it's really not fun. Here we go. Dash in place and then jump over. Good, again. Take damage on the things that give the least. So, for instance, if you can take damage on bees, take it on bees, because bees don't give a lot of damage. Okay, destroy those monkeys. Oh, am I gonna make it? Yes, okay. I don't think I needed that, but whatever. Very solid, solid Soldier Stone Kong. Ha 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 ha, it's a rock. So I'm just gonna hold left, and just use this twice. It will defeat all the Moai. Someone called this Ancient Pog, and I hated it. And I do hate them still, so if you ever call this Ancient Pog, I hate you. It's what everyone calls their friends. So now we get a cutscene here. The cutscenes actually are different between Axel and Zero and X. They actually give different dialogue. We try to route the one that's the shortest, but sometimes it's just not worthwhile. Like, the difference is a second, and switching characters back and forth would waste that second. So sometimes it's unnecessary. But other times it's not. Anyway, we now have triple invincibility frames as a Zero here, which means we can do a lot of damage to Soldier Stone Kong like that. So the upgrades I got for Zero, for the special, once you get to the 3rd level, you get triple invincibility frames, which means you can just wail on bosses like that. It is really broken. There is a New Game Plus category in this game, by the way. New Game Plus is, I think, a little bit more mindless because you don't have to think about damage at all, because you play as X, specifically with his full armor, and you play as Zero throughout most of the run, and they're broken. Triple invincibility with Hyperdash, like, yeah. You're gonna be able to go through pretty much anything. You know what I mean? And so I think New Game is a little bit more challenging, and as a result, a little bit more fun. This is our final chip. We're going to give it to Zero's special that gives him the Master Saber, which improves his special attacks. Which is useful for us because it means, Oh, we're ahead now. It's useful for us because it means that, certain bosses, like this next one, will be easier. Oh. This is actually my favorite stage in the game. If we're talking, like, purely on stage, I don't care for the Maverick at all. Like, this is sort of whatever, but if we're talking, like, purely based on stage, this is, like, really good. I love Snipe Anteater's stage. It can be a little bit confusing to most, but it's really fun to go through fast, because we can just skip everything. Be careful of the sword there. That's why you want to time your jumps. There you go. It's just a stage where you can go through really fast. And you can feel Axel's Hyperdash helping him out. Be careful of the sword again. It's going to spawn and it can hurt you. I'm not going to hover here. If you didn't know, Axel can hover. And so we're just going to wait here for it to spawn in. We're just going to jump over here. There we go. So these are these sections where you reverse gravity. It kind of sucks. But anyways, a little bit of a glitch. They have like a thing here for like a few frames where you can jump into this area before it's fully loaded, and that means I can finish the stage earlier. And it's really easy to do as Axel because all you have to do is just hover. That's all it takes. You just hover, and you're good. And so that's like this. So when it's 3D versus 2D, not that it doesn't feel much different actually. The physics feel about the same in both. I don't think it's any different. I think 3D is in fact probably 2D or 2D is in fact 3D locked onto one plane, or like two planes. Although there's no like 2D and 3D or anything in this game. So I'm now gonna stand next to this guy on his right because he might do this attack where he like dashes off, and if he does that, it's safer to hit him from the right, which means multiple hits. Not bad. I use the D-pad when playing in 2D sections, though, and I typically use the control stick when in 3D. Not always, though. Not always. Sometimes in 3D, I might use the D-pad to center myself properly, like ensure that I have no variation left or right as I hold forward. That's useful in like one of the refights. So we get this. We don't use this weapon. Oh wait, no, we use Axel's version of it. We do use Axel's version of it. We don't use Zero's. It's a snipe missile as Axel, and it's going to be useful for the next stage, in fact. Snipe anteater, it's whatever. I do this because the reason why I split where I do and not on like boss finish is because the game has a results screen after every one, and the length of results screen is influenced by how well you did. There is a rank system you may have seen. The rank will improve if you are fast and also don't take a lot of damage and kill a lot of enemies. So typically the way we avoid a rank up, which can waste 5 seconds when it happens, and also wastes 5 seconds when you inevitably rank down, is to get hit a lot. Take a lot of damage. It's obviously not going to be worthwhile to be slow, so just take damage. And it's not worthwhile to, like, what's it called? To try to kill less enemies, in the case where some might be useful to kill. Anyways, this mini-boss is funny. Hooray. So, yep, that's a plane on a platform that spins. Sure. You know, why not? That works. Defenses. This is what all aircraft carriers aspire to be. There's a little skip here. See if I can get it. I didn't mean to roll. God. Nice. Okay. So you don't have to defeat that wall of enemies. Switch to tornado. Use it like so. Attack this enemy. Not bad. Yeah, Axel shooting while rolling is super important, actually. I did mention this earlier. If you roll by double tapping the dash button, Axel will actually continuously lock on to the enemy nearest him, and also be invincible. So it's actually super useful. And I use it there to go slightly forward and get closer to where the cutscene would end. It's super, super useful, actually. It's like a vital part. Okay. So I'm going to do a little bit of... I want to get this boss done in 2 cycles. It has these things down the bottom. I'm going to wait for 1 cycle to pass. And try to collect some of the ones that are at the back. Wait here. There we go. That was really solid. So that's the strategy for that mini-boss. I use Snipe Anteater's weapon to home in on the ones I can't shoot normally and destroy them. And then I get it so that it spins around more than a little bit for the next one to get it in 2 cycles. I'm really happy with that, actually. I am going to probably not be able to do the strat I want to do on this stage, though, which sucks. Don't collect any Reploids. It's not worth it even if they restore your health. Yeah, I'm not... once. I'm gonna do this once. So, we have Explosion, actually. And I want to use it twice, ideally. But... this boss is a little annoying. And Axel doesn't have triple invincibility frames, so Axel will take damage thrice as fast as Zero here. This boss is weak to Tornado Tunyon's weapon, and so I'm going to immediately switch to a Zero here. Do that. Get over here. Switch to Axel. Okay, that's fine. And now we're in this area here. He will not go back into the water if we just stand here. Or roughly here. There you go. That's just an AI manipulation right there. And you can just keep on wailing at him because you have triple invincibility frames. You're not going to die unless you take way too much damage as Zero. And there you go. That's Splash Warfly. We only have one more main stage left, and it's the one everyone's been waiting for. Cool. I'm a little worried the lights are flickering. I'm not recording locally, so... let's hope not. Barely a gold, but we'll take it. Okay, so Flame Hyenard, last stage of the run. I swear, are the lights flickering or is it just me? I don't know if it's just me. It might just be me. It might just be me, my eyes messing up or something. So Flame Hyenard. This is actually a really good pace going into the final, but the last few splits are hard. And very RNG heavy. This game has a very RNG heavy final part, so... Axel here, I'm going to try to take as little damage as possible and take Axel as far into the stage as possible. Because I just want to. I want to avoid all Reploids as well, because I don't want that screen. Do here, I'm going to shoot on the ground, so I don't actually get hit by those bullets. Jump over here. Dash, and then dash again, but with a roll, ideally. That was not a roll. Get hit here. Ah, damn it. Okay, switch to Zero. So those suck. Those things suck a lot. I hate them. The little red things there, they will do damage to you. Oh, come on, shoot at me. Okay, I did not like that. Okay, I guess that's damage boosting, but... those red things will do stun damage, which is what you want to avoid. I have such little health. This is going to be tight. So this is why I do Flame Hyenard last. I have the most health, and even with all this health I have and all the upgrades, you can see I still take a lot of damage. We get to use Copy Shot, though, for once. So I can transform into enemies that are roughly my size as Axel, and that means I can get this one that hovers and just take it all the way over here. Avoiding getting hit where possible. Oh my god, I cannot take another hit of damage as Axel. Ooh, this is tight. And we're gonna do... what we're gonna do now is we're going to wince in pain, like Flame Hyenard does here. I'm not going to play as Axel, I just need to get enough as Axel here to get to the next phase. So Axel here can use Water Cannon, the one we got from Splash Warfly, on the legs of this antelope? I don't know what it is. I'm going to switch to Zero here. And now we're going to use Tornado Tunyon's weapon. Just spam it. Oh, not good. That's okay, though. That sort of took most of the wind out of my sails because that means it's going to be a later cycle. Okay, I'm going to wait here until he starts to do something again. He'll stop, and then I can use this again. I think getting 3 hits in. I'll wait a little bit more for him to stop again, and then do that, and yeah. Not the best Hyenard, but at least I survived. Yeah, that's a bit of a slow Hyenard, actually. Yeah, that's not good. Oh well. There's still time to make up in the later part of this run anyhow, but... I don't want this coming down to RNG on the final boss. I never want it to, but it almost always does anyway. Yeah, not a good Hyenard. The best part is this run's been deathless, which is what matters more. Don't like that. Don't like that. I made a few big mistakes in there, so I'm not too upset. Oh, I let someone die? Blues! How could you? How could you, Blues? This is a 4-minute auto-scroller. Boy, so this is Palace Road. This is literally an auto-scroller. If I die here, which I've done many times, more than you'd expect. No, I'm not at all. I'm on track for PB, though. Hi, X. Bye, X. So X is there. We don't ever use him or select him because he's completely not useful. So we could just ignore him. But no, world record is a 58:13, and as you can see, my best possible time right now is a 59:24. That's all my goal. That's my current pace plus all golds for the rest of the run. Matching golds, not like beating them. And I don't see a minute of time save in my golds here. It'll be a good PB, hopefully. Again, this is the first run back. My end goal is a low 59 or a 58. I don't know if I can get world record in this game, honestly. It'll be tight, and I need to improve certain things just about the way I go about movement and combat to do that, I think. But I'm still happy. I mean, I know I need improvement in order to get world record, but maybe it's like a fever dream. Again, X is used in New Game Plus a lot, so if you want X, use him there. He is just a better Axel in X7. In X8, they distinguish the two characters. Really? You don't use Mario at all? I mean, yeah, because Toad is usually the fastest character in 3D World. So I'm assuming you play as Toad a lot, and there are certain strats you might do as, like, Luigi or Peach. Or Rosalina, even. I don't know if Rosalina is allowed. Anyways, which one is it? I'm trying to remember based off of the, Is this it? Yeah. So there's one use of this shield item that I'm going to use here. It has exactly one use. And it's to destroy these, like, capsule things. Look. It just instantly destroys them. Did I warp backwards? What happened? Hover here. Do not try to dash, just hover. It's safer. There's no reason to take it hard on an auto-scroller. And we got the most difficult jump coming up here. I want to stand forward. Oh wait, first of all, use the shield. Bam. Congrats. There we go. Okay, that's a nerve-wracking one. I've died there several times, and it wastes a minute. So, we're safe, at least. So how's everyone doing? This is just time for me to talk with you all, because literally I have nothing else to do. All my games have some sort of downtime, I realize, where I have to fill it in or else it'll be very boring. Extreme 2 doesn't. Extreme 2 is very fast-paced, because most of the games I run are on CD, so they have loading times. Oh, yeah, this game was the 15th anniversary title. The funniest thing is that Sonic 06 was also the 15th anniversary title for its series. I don't know why I always run bad 3D platformer anniversary titles, but I do. I just do. It's just a thing I do. Butterscotch cupcake, that sounds really sweet. Like, really sweet. Okay, so we got the one up here, and I'm gonna get the health up here as well. So we got a weapon tank and a sub tank. Those are basically accessible in the menu and will restore your health and/or weapon. And those health upgrades, those health restores, actually fill up the cage. And I almost died at the very end, guys. Holy shit! I almost died at the very end of that auto-scroller, and guess what? Yes, if you die there, you have to redo the entire auto-scroller over again. I mis-aimed the first explosion. I did it at the wrong point, and almost lost it all. That's fun. So now we get onto the random section of this run. The final stage is 15 minutes or so. It's a long final section. I should probably add more splits here, to be honest, but I also don't want to use splits that don't have, like, the icons that I got for them. So this is one stage, and they decided to make one stage very big and very long. Just cause, you know, you could. So we're gonna do some nice stuff here with the triple invincibility frames we have as 0. So I'm first gonna get here as Axel. Switch to 0 here. So he has triple invincibility frames. 1, 2. Oh. There we go. That rock is literally invincible. You cannot destroy it. So the best way to get through it is to take damage and then jump slash like that to get just enough height to do some really neat platforming here. Cool. There we go. Did all the damage boost properly. I also did a little bit of a cutscene thing there. As you can see, he turns around. Ideally, you want him to land on the center so he doesn't turn around and it's faster. But it's a little bit finicky. Hi, X! Nice to see you, buddy. Very, X is the emotional support of this run. And now we get on to Red, who is the final boss, the main antagonist. Totally. Always. We definitely have no one else here. Someone called the Professor, who definitely not important at all. Must be the final boss, right? Totally. So we're gonna use 0 here. We're gonna use Tornado Tunyon's weapon, which is just overpowered. Okay, 2 hits there. That's fine. He's going to warp into one of 9 of these cells here in this 3x3 grid. He'll warp to one of them. Ah, dang it. Okay. Okay, so he will also go around and do the nearest 3 if he's on there. And now let's just see where he appears. After he's half damage... Ah, okay. That's been okay so far. It's been an okay red. Now that he's at over half damage, he'll actually have a ghost immediately appear. He's just appearing here. Okay. He likes it here. Very good red. Holy shit. That was like the best luck possible. That was really lucky. It's not gold worthy, but it's close. That was a really good red. Red is completely random on the positions after the first spun, so really good. And now we're gonna get health to 0, getting this thing. I didn't have to use my health upgrade from earlier. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. So we're taking this path. It branches into 2 paths. One is more platformer-based, one is more combat-based. The combat one's faster. There are like 6 ways to do this, but the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to use Snipe Anteater's weapon. Snipe Missile. When they turn, it's going to aim or lock onto the same enemies. It's going to lock onto them while it turns, and it will do multiple hits that way. So as you can see, the missile itself does a lot of damage. And so I can just go back and forth and rail on them like so. While also shooting normally to make up for anything. From then on, you can use Splash Warfly if you run out of ammo, because his weapon is also high damage percentage, so... And there you go, that was a really good combat section. This is where I should probably add a split before Boss Rush, because Boss Rush encapsulates this as well, this platforming section stuff. Here's some, I don't know if they're wolves or dogs, but they're pretty cool. One of them is fire, one of them is ice, and this is the dog room. We call it the dog room. It's just, this is the room where the 3 dogs are, and you go through it, and there's a load in and a load out. There they are. Say hello, pet them, I guess. Jump over them if possible, to avoid taking too much damage. I can just dash underneath all this. If I time it right, I should be able to. Okay, I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to use my weapon energy, my health, just to be safe. It's better safe than sorry here, for sure, so I'm going to hover here as well. There we go. Good, I've died there in my PB, so this is a good pace. This is a good pace, assuming all the bosses go well. Not an easy assumption to make. Don't assume that. Anyways, I'm going to go back to Explosion, and we're going to fight Rydborski first. That's the first of the refights. We have to fight all 8 of the Mavericks again, which are, apparently, they're already dead. And we're visiting their graves and ruining them again. So we got the weapon tank earlier, and that means we have weapon energy again. I don't know why I was able to hit him there. I shouldn't have been. I should not have been able to hit him, but I guess the game said sure. Oh god. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. I get it. Barsky, you were so close to being good. You were so close to being good, Borsky. You were so close to being good. But then you did that. Then you did that bullshit. You were so close to being good, Borsky. That was like near perfect, and then you did that. I'm gonna get the health, and I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna switch over to Axel's main gun so we can shoot at Falco from the 2D section easily. God, that Borsky is not a good sign for the rest of this boss rush. So I'm gonna roll again, and I'm gonna shoot so we aim at the background without having to go to the sides. Switch to Explosion. Dash. Turn around. Ooh. Okay, that's fine. Use the weapon tank again, so we have 2 explosions again. Thank you, Wham. Good. Yeah, that was pretty decent. We take those. We take those, for sure. I'm gonna go now, and I'm gonna switch to... Oh, I'm gonna stay as Axel. The whole point of this routing is I want to limit the amount of times we swap between Zero and Axel. So what I'm gonna do here... Gonna get this weapon energy, gonna switch over to, sorry, this one. And we're gonna fight Hyenard again. Aim for the legs first, and then that means the, Jackalope. Is it a Jackalope? What is it? Switch over to, Zero. And spam. By the way, he actually only says burn in Japanese. He does not say anything else besides burn. He doesn't say burn to the ground, he just says burn. So the Japanese version, if you understand Japanese, is a lot more annoying. I'm gonna stop again, and I think we should be good. Nice. Let's see what he does. He does this so often. Like, you can see that Zero just stopped. And it took a while for the stage to load out. It happens more often. It happened to me for 15 seconds once. I think it's an emulation thing. Or my PC not being able to handle Hyenard. It happens so often. And you could see it there. It's just waited more than it should have. Like, much more than it should have. Anyways, this one's easy. Try to destroy the sword so he can't do that attack. Okay, good. I was worried for a bit there. So that's half of them? Yeah, we've just defeated half. And so we got 4 more left. Although these are the longest one. Yep. RNG... I think it's a PC performance thing, honestly. It's probably because my laptop isn't up to snuff. But I'm also giving it full priority right now, so... this one's really funny. Guess what we use against Tunyon, everyone. Guess what we use against Tunyon. If you guessed his own weapon, you're correct. Yep, just like that. We use a tornado in a tornado to kill the onion. Sure. I love how it's like, this tornado hurts me, but this one doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for the hardest one, which is, Gungaroo. Gungaroo sucks in the refight, because we don't have the ride armor anymore. Which means we have to fight Gungaroo by hand. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna try to defeat its first phase by doing Tornado Tunyon's weapon again. Ooh, good positioning. I'm now gonna stand here and I'm gonna try to get him into I'm gonna try to get him to a lock if I can. Okay, this is good. I did get the lock, but it's gonna reset on the next phase. Unfortunately, he broke out. Good! Oh. Okay, that was good. I don't play Ratchet & Clank, so I have no opinion. I literally don't know. That's a good sign. This is a very good sign. That was a really good Gungaroo. Gungaroo refight sucks. So next up we have, the old man himself, Anteater. Okay, we could PB this. We could PB this, everyone. This could be my goal. This could be the sub-hour I'm looking for. It's all dependent on final boss. Standing to the right, just in case he dashes. Okay, stand to the right again. Ugh. Oh, he's standing behind, isn't he? Oh, is he gonna stay behind? Please don't. No! Fucker, hate this boss. It's gonna be tight. So yeah, he can go to behind there, and you can't attack him unless you use one particular weapon, which doesn't actually give you that much power. So it's not looking great, but it's not looking awful. Let's see how we do with Axel here. So the strat here is to dash and do that. Yeah. Switch to Axel. Ah, fuck it. This is bad now. Okay, that's fine. It's whatever. We're just gonna slash at him, and we're gonna wait until he dies. We're still gonna be ahead of PB, though, but we're not gonna get a gold like I wanted. There we go. Very close to a goal, but not quite, but this is still gonna be ahead of PB, so there is a very small chance that we could still PB this. I don't split here, I split when we go into this next area. It's looking tight, everyone. This all comes down to one boss, which sucks. This boss is really bad. I don't like this boss at all, so this is going to be hard. I need a really good Sigma here to get PB. And Sigma is super RNG, both phases. The first phase, we're going to want him to stand in place and never go to the background. We're just going to whale him as 0, and that should work. The second phase, I want him to throw green balls at me close up. I want him to use a laser, or I want him to do something else which is useless. What you don't want is faraway punches. Those suck. So let's see. Let's see what Sigma gives me. I'm not confident that Sigma will do me good, but Tunyon. I'm just gonna tilt back and forth. Oh, fuck you. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. Okay. Sorry, he's making me feel bad. That was okay. Not a great first phase. I got distracted because I thought he was going to go to the background, so I swapped to a different weapon and then couldn't swap back, and then I used the only useless weapon in the game, which is Wheel. Literally, Wheel does nothing. I don't know if they forgot to program it or something. It doesn't do much. Here's Bigma, or Big Sig, whatever you want to say. We're going to use Explosion. We're going to use G-Launcher to shoot at it. Not a good start. I'm going to get hit here. Balls again. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is good. Just stay and throw another set of balls at me, please. Yes! Oh. Oh, it's so good to not see an hour anymore. It's so fucking good, boy. It's so fucking good not to see that hour anymore. Oh, it's so good. So I'm the third person ever to get sub-hour in this game. Let's fucking go. That was an easy goal to hit. First run back. Literally got the goal I wanted. I'll let the full cutscene. I usually stop the cutscene when Axel gets punched. But I didn't want that. Oh no, Red's back. How could it be? Who could it be? Who could it be? That was like... I mean, I got some good luck in there, but... I knew as soon as I did this... this was completely deathless as well, which is great. I knew as soon as I had a deathless run, I'd get sub-hour, which is what this was. I had deaths in boss rush split before. I may add sub-splits to boss rush to split on each boss, to be honest, but my routing changes sometimes. So, like, sometimes I do a different boss depending on the health I have. I'm still gonna continue. I don't know why. I'm probably gonna do practice before, or should I just do another run? I don't know. I didn't expect to hit it. Oh, wait! You know what I have to do? I didn't read you a sentence. Plus. I told you plus. The reason why... If plus is in chat, you PB. This is what I'm gonna say. It's just the fact. It's just the facts. Let's see. What sentence do I want to read? Oh, okay. I'm gonna totally read this one. Stand on an object and raise, it will allow him to reach higher areas. If you think I'm lying, if you think I don't think the game says that, it says that. Read. Oh, we're gonna read another one? Okay. I guess I'll read what's another broken one that I love? Oh yeah, classic. Classic. During the pause, select continue to resume gameplay, or quit to exist the game. Invincible. Become invincible for a limited time. I can read X7's manual, but it's not as funny. It's properly written and stuff. I didn't misread that, that's what it says. Also, I probably should skip this, because I need to check in-game time. We don't rank on in-game time, but we do have it, and I bet you for some reason the in-game time here is going to be really high, for no reason. Because in-game time is super inconsistent, and I also watched cutscenes, which may contribute, they may not, I don't know. Oh, so this song slaps. This song is it was custom made because the original song was copyrighted and they couldn't get the rights for it before the re-release of this game, so they just made a new ending theme, and this ending theme perfectly fits the mood of X7. Like, perfectly. I was gonna say world record, no, I got a PB, which is good. Which means we're less than 2 minutes away from world record. Now, I think like 90 seconds or something, and we can definitely make those 90 seconds up. It's just not gonna be fully easy. Thank you. I still have it. I didn't, like, does it look like it's gone? I was like, huh? Anyways, let's save and see what, No. I'm gonna practice a little bit, and then I'm gonna look into stuff. I'm gonna practice for a little bit, I'm gonna go through my save stuff, and I'm gonna practice, and then we'll do another run to end the stream. 44:35. Okay, that's a better in-game time than I think I've gotten before, but again, in-game time is super unreliable. Like, stupidly unreliable. The first and second place have about 9 seconds RTA between them and a minute IGT. There is a difference of a minute between them in terms of real time, but only... Or sorry, there's a difference of 9 seconds between them real time, and there's a difference of a minute between them in in-game time. Oh, that's good, Salty. Don't worry about it. I get you. I get what you mean now. Yeah, there you go. I